Have you ever found yourself wondering, why does everything seem to fall apart after 75? Maybe you've started noticing friends your age slowing down, getting sick more often, or worse, hearing about someone you cared about passing unexpectedly. And when it hits close to home, it gets personal. You start to ask yourself, is this just how it goes? Or is there something I can actually do? Here's the truth. Yes, most deaths after 75 stem from just a handful of causes, but here's the part no one tells you enough. Most of them are preventable, delayable, or manageable, far better than we've been led to believe. You are not powerless. You have far more control over your health and your future than you might think, and that's exactly why we're here today. So take a breath, get comfortable, maybe pour yourself a cup of tea or find a quiet spot, because in this video, we're going to have a real heart-to-heart conversation. I want to walk you through the 5 biggest reasons people over 75 tend to pass away, and more importantly, what you can start doing today to stay healthy, independent, and full of life. Not just surviving, but thriving, living with joy, with confidence, and with energy. But before we dive in, like this video, and if you're new here, subscribe for more insightful content like this, and leave a comment saying, "I subscribed," so I can welcome you personally. Let's begin. Let's talk about one that's likely touched every family in some way, heart disease. It's the leading cause of death for people over 75. That might not shock you, but here's what might. Much of it is preventable. Your heart is a muscle, and like any muscle, it needs care to stay strong. Now, when we hear heart disease, we often picture the dramatic, a sudden heart attack, an ambulance, a life or death moment. But in reality, it's far more subtle. It builds slowly over the years. High blood pressure left unchecked, old eating habits we never updated, moving less and less with time. These small, everyday choices stack up until the heart simply can't keep up. But what if I told you this? You don't need to overhaul your life. You don't need to run marathons or follow complicated diets. Just a few simple, consistent steps right where you are can dramatically lower your risk. Take a 15-minute walk each day, even laps around your living room or garden count. Swap processed, salty, or sugary foods for more fruits, veggies, and whole grains. Drink more water. Most seniors don't realize how much dehydration strains the heart. And here's something many overlook. Social connection is heart medicine. Yes, really. Studies show that staying socially connected lowers the risk of heart disease, so pick up the phone, join a walking group, chat with a neighbor. It all adds up. Now let's shift to another big one, cancer. Even hearing the word brings a wave of fear. It feels unpredictable and out of our control. But once again, you have more power than you think. After 75, the most common cancers include colon, lung, and prostate in men, and breast in women. And many of these are still influenced by the choices we make every day. Start with this. Have you had a recent colon screening? Many people assume that after 70, it's no longer necessary. That's simply not true. Screenings can still catch issues early when they're most treatable. And if you're unsure what screenings are right for you, speak with a doctor who truly listens, one who sees the whole you, not just your age. Your diet matters more than ever. Diets high in red meat and low in fiber increase colon cancer risk. Adding leafy greens, beans, berries, and nuts, even going meatless one day a week, can help. Your lungs need care too. Even if you've quit smoking, clean air matters. Keep your home ventilated. Avoid smoky or polluted environments. Fresh air is healing. And finally, sunlight. Yes, it helps your body make vitamin D, which supports immunity and bone health. But as we age, our skin becomes thinner and more sensitive. So protect it. Wear a hat, use sunscreen, even for quick trips outside. Tiny adjustments, big impact. This isn't about fear, it's about empowerment. Your choices still matter, they always have. Let's talk about something that might not sound like a major health issue at first: falls. You might be thinking, wait, falls? That's not a disease. And you're right. But here's what most people don't realize. A single fall can trigger a life-altering domino effect. One bad fall can lead to broken bones, hospital stays, infections, and a sudden loss of independence that's incredibly hard to bounce back from. And it's far more common than you might think. 1 in 4 adults over 65 falls each year. After 75, the risk only climbs. But here's the good news. Falls are highly preventable. It starts with your environment. Take a fresh look around your home. Are there loose rugs, cords in the way? Dim lighting in the halls? Tiny hazards cause big problems. Something as simple as swapping out a slippery bathroom mat for a non-slip one, or plugging in a few nightlights, could literally save your life. But your body plays a huge role too. Balance and strength are your secret weapons. Try this. Stand on one foot while brushing your teeth. Practice rising from a chair without using your hands. These little routines train your muscles to support you better, and it only takes a minute or two a day. Also, don't ignore your eyes and ears. Poor vision or hearing makes it easier to miss a step or misjudge distance. So stay up to date with those appointments. You deserve to see and hear the world clearly. Now, let's keep going. We've talked about heart health, cancer, and preventing falls, but there are 2 more silent threats that sneak up on many people in their later years, and they're just as important. Here's one: respiratory illness. Things like pneumonia, chronic bronchitis, and even the flu. Now that might sound like something you can just sleep off, but after 75, these infections can turn serious, fast. What starts as a cough can escalate to a hospital stay in just a few days. Why? Because as we age, our immune systems naturally weaken. The body doesn't fight off infections like it used to. Even a common cold can linger, worsen, and lead to complications. But here's the hopeful part. You can strengthen your defenses. Start with your breath. Yes, breathing. Each morning, before you even get out of bed, try this. Take 5 deep breaths in through your nose. Hold for a moment. Exhale slowly through your mouth. This wakes up your lungs, clears your airways, and jumpstarts your circulation. Next, hydrate. Your lungs are lined with delicate tissues that need moisture to function. When you're dehydrated, they dry out, making it easier for bacteria to take hold. So drink your water. Herbal teas work too, and they soothe your throat and lungs. And don't underestimate the power of fresh air. Indoor air, especially if windows stay closed, can be filled with dust, chemicals, and irritants. Just sitting by an open window, stepping outside, or taking a short walk each day can do wonders for your breathing. And of course, vaccinate. Not just your annual flu shot, but also pneumonia and shingles vaccines. These aren't just for people who are already sick. They're preventive tools, your body's seatbelt. And finally, maybe the most powerful medicine of all, movement. A sedentary lifestyle is like a slow drain on your energy and lung power. The less you move, the harder it becomes to breathe deeply, stay sharp, and feel alive. So move. Stretch your arms. March in place during commercials. Swing your legs as you sit. Every little bit helps. Movement is medicine, and your body is still listening. Now let's take a moment to dive into the 5th and final hidden cause that quietly impacts millions after age 75. Cognitive decline. Memory loss, dementia, Alzheimer's. These words often spark fear. But today, we're not giving fear the spotlight. Instead, let's focus on what you can do right now to protect that extraordinary mind of yours. Think of your brain like a garden. If you stop watering it, if you keep it in the dark, it starts to wither. But nourish it, challenge it, and it continues to thrive. even into your 80s, 90s, and beyond. So, how do we water the brain? First, stay curious. Make it your mission to learn something new every single week. It doesn't have to be complicated. Watch a documentary, try a new recipe, read about a topic you've never explored before. Your brain craves novelty. It's like lifting weights for your mind. Second, connect with people. Not just surface-level small talk, but real, meaningful conversations. Share a story. Remember a name. Laugh until your sides ache. Every genuine connection sparks different areas of your brain, creating a powerful shield against memory loss. And here's something most people miss. Your gut and brain are deeply connected. A healthy gut helps keep your mind sharp. So nourish your body with fiber-rich foods, healthy fats, and natural probiotics like yogurt and fermented veggies. Oh, and don't forget water. Hydration is the secret river that carries essential nutrients straight to your brain. Sleep is another unsung hero. Deep, restful sleep allows your brain to recharge, file away memories, and sweep out toxins. And no, you're never too old to sleep well. Create a calming nighttime routine. Turn off screens, keep your room cool and dark. Listen to soothing music or the sounds of nature. Prioritize your rest, like your life depends on it, because it does. Now, you might be thinking, but what if I've already started forgetting things? Listen carefully. Occasional forgetfulness is a natural part of aging. It does not mean a downhill spiral is inevitable. You can slow it down. You can strengthen your brain. Even small lifestyle changes make a real difference, and if something feels off, speak up, talk to your doctor. Early action is a powerful ally. You see, all 5 causes we've discussed, heart disease, cancer, falls, respiratory issues, and cognitive decline, they may be common, but they are not unavoidable. When you understand how to lower the risks, it's like reclaiming a part of your power. You realize life isn't just happening to you. You are still in the driver's seat. There's something deeply inspiring about people in their 70s, 80s, and beyond who wake up with a sense of purpose. They garden, they volunteer, they walk to the store, they laugh with friends. They live, not because life was always easy, but because they refused to give up on themselves. You have that same choice right now. Whether you're 75, 85, or somewhere in between, it's not about being perfect. It's about taking the next step. Right now, take a deep breath. Think about everything we've talked about. Your heart, your body, your breath, your mind. These aren't just parts of you. They are you. They have carried you through decades of life and through joys and hardships, and they are still here, ready to keep carrying you forward if you give them just a little care in return. When we talk about living longer, it's never just about adding more years to your life. It's about adding more life to your years. Because what's the point of reaching 85 or 90 if you're stuck in bed, feeling forgotten or defeated? You deserve more than that. You deserve mornings full of energy, days rich with purpose, and nights where you sleep peacefully, knowing you're still steering your own story. And if you're thinking, but I've lived this way for so long, can I really change? Let me tell you from the heart, it's never too late. The human body is astonishingly resilient. Even small changes started today can uplift your mood, sharpen your memory, strengthen your body, and extend your vitality. The next chapter of your life is still being written, and you hold the pen. Let me share a quick story with you. There was a woman named Ruth who lived just down the street from me. She was 82, widowed, and had spent much of her 70s in and out of the hospital. One day, her doctor sat her down and gently said, "If things continue like this, you may not have many more years left." But Ruth wasn't the type to surrender. Instead, she took that warning as a wake-up call. She started by walking to the mailbox and back each day. That tiny step grew into walks around the block. She swapped out her sugary snacks for fresh fruit. She called her grandchildren more often, reconnecting with the voices that made her smile. She even joined a local book club, something she hadn't done since her 50s. 2 years later, Ruth wasn't just surviving. She was thriving. Ruth didn't need a miracle. She needed movement. She needed connection. She needed hope. And the same is true for you. So how do you turn inspiration into action? Start small. If you've been mostly sedentary, begin with just 5 minutes of gentle stretching in the morning. If cooking feels overwhelming, make something simple and nourishing, like a hearty bowl of oatmeal topped with berries, or a vegetable-packed soup you can enjoy for days. Feeling isolated? Write one letter, make one phone call, wave to one neighbor. These small actions build momentum. They remind both your body and spirit, you're still here, you're still moving forward, and never underestimate the incredible power of your attitude. A hopeful, determined mindset can have real physical effects. Optimistic people tend to live longer, heal faster, and handle life's stresses with more strength. You may not control everything that happens to you, but you always control how you respond. You are not fragile. You are far stronger than you realize. Now let's quickly revisit the 5 major causes we've discussed, not as warnings, but as reminders of your power. Your heart needs movement, love, and nourishment. Your body needs balance, strength, and awareness to prevent falls. Your lungs crave fresh air, deep breaths, and hydration. Your immune system thrives with quality sleep, clean food, and protection. And your mind? It needs curiosity, connection, and care. You don't need to change everything overnight. Pick one area. Focus on it this week. Next week, add another. Let these changes feel like a gift, not a burden. Because health doesn't have to be hard, and in fact, the best changes are the ones that blend naturally into your life. And remember, you're not alone. There's an entire community out there, people just like you, committed to staying healthy, vibrant, and independent. We would love to hear from you. What's one change you're committing to today? Maybe it's adding more veggies to your meals. Maybe it's scheduling that long overdue hearing checkup. Maybe it's simply taking a daily walk. Whatever it is, share it in the comments below. Your journey can inspire someone else to take their first step too. As we age, one of the greatest lessons we can embrace is this: it's never too late to take control of your health and your happiness. Life after 75 isn't just about counting the years, it's about making the years count. While the risks of illness may grow with time, so too does your wisdom, your resilience, and your ability to choose how you live each day. The real message here is simple. Small daily choices, moving your body, nourishing your mind, eating mindfully, connecting with others, can protect you from the very things that too often steal joy from these years. You don't need drastic changes, you don't need to be perfect, you just need commitment and consistency. Even a gentle stretch, a heartfelt conversation, or swapping a cookie for a crisp apple can quietly, powerfully change the course of your health. More importantly, these choices remind you, you are still capable, you are still valuable, and you are still writing your story. Aging isn't the end of the road. It's a new chapter, filled with purpose, growth, and the opportunity to live each day with intention. Every moment is a chance to protect your life, your joy, and your independence. You still matter. And yes, your best days can still be ahead. Thank you so much for joining us today. If this message resonated with you, please share in the comments one insight you're taking away and one small action you're committed to starting today. We love hearing your stories. They inspire us and everyone in this community. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Your support fuels us to keep creating content that informs, uplifts, and inspires. Thank you again, and we can't wait to see you in the next video.